Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Friday, December 31st. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're somebody that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about the tool of technical analysis and how it can be used to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. Before I get to the watch list, I just want to personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online class that I'm offering actually this evening. But on that note, I realize that if you're watching this on Friday morning, the live event has already happened, or maybe you're watching this, but you already have something on your schedule and it's too last minute. But still, just drop me an email because the event will be recorded, and when it's done recording and I've got it uploaded and everything, I will send you a link to it if you're interested. So just drop me an email, clay at claytrader.com, and this will be a class where if you're liking what you see as I go through the video and you're wanting to learn more about the tool of technical analysis and how it can be used to build consistency as a trader, then definitely get signed up. But like I said, if you can't make it live, it's okay. Either just drop me an email, clay at claytrader.com, and I'd be happy to email you a recording of it after it's all complete. Couple quick clarification points before I get to the stocks. First off, I will be doing the 30-minute time frame. Now, if you're a beginner, what do I mean by 30-minute? That just means that each one of these candlesticks here, as they're called, represents 30 minutes worth of time. And then next, the market is still open for a little while, so that candle is going to be moving. But as far as the levels that I'll be covering, they will be relevant on Friday. But I do like to do these videos while the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting price action live as it plays out. So just keep that in mind, that the market and the chart might look a little different for you at the end of the day. But from an overarching standpoint, the areas that I talk about are still going to be relevant on Friday. So first one here, NIO, and what a monster move. Talked about this one in the previous video and how it was not looking good at all with the price breaking down through that trend line, and it still was not looking good at all this morning with the gap down. But then after that gap down, just absolutely, essentially straight up. And a good example of why you always want to use stop losses if you're on the short side, because shorts, if they were not disciplined, got absolutely destroyed on that move. So a whole lot of updates need to be made on this one here, with the first update now just being pointed out the newest level of support, and that is going to be right down there at that pink line, which on my chart denotes the very famous 200 paired moving average, currently valid at, let's just call it the $31 mark. So if you are somebody that likes to play pullbacks and pays attention to areas of support, then $31 is going to be that main area to watch very closely. As far as areas of resistance are concerned, let me squeeze down the chart here a little bit to offer up a bit more perspective. But the next key overarching level of resistance is going to be up here at $33.50. So got within the general range of it before the the slight little pullback here. But the moral of the story here is that a very, very impressive movement. Not just a question of can this momentum and power carry into Friday. Let's see what happens. Next one, KPRX, and very, very impressive move today. Volume just came pouring in, and you can see price has basically just been slowly but surely working its way higher and higher and higher. So a lot of momentum has shown up, so we'll map out a couple of key levels here to watch. So as far as support levels are concerned, first key level, if there is any sort of pullback, is going to be that former breakout point down there around $1.35. And to clarify, I'm not saying that for sure the price is going to go down there. I'm just saying that that would be considered a level of support and a potential pullback area. Because even if the price goes down there and bounces around like that, I mean, at that point, you would still have a set of lows there. You'd have lows right there. You envision those as stair steps, and they'd still be working in the upwards direction. So $1.35, is a pretty relevant and important level moving forward. But as of now, it's not like the price is anywhere close to it. But regardless, keep an eye on that from the support side of things. As far as areas of resistance are concerned, as you're seeing here, I have to squeeze down the chart here quite a bit, which is always a good problem to have. But the next key overarching level of resistance, right up there at $1.65. Going back through the history of things, you can see presented a problem right there and a problem right there. So that doesn't mean that it's impossible to break through that level. I'm just saying that the chart is suggesting that the bulls are really going to have to bring their A game in order to fight through that level and stay up above it. But all in all, anyway, look at it, very impressive movement. Next one, AMC, and I'm not patting myself on the back, but I am patting the tool of technical analysis, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that have watched past videos. But if you have, I've talked about 27 over and over again as an area of support. And yesterday, check it out, price came down there, found support a couple of times on that area, and then today, what a beautiful bounce off that level. So again, our chart's perfect. No, nothing is perfect. Are they a useful tool that I would argue all traders and investors should at least be equipped with as one tool? Absolutely. And like I said, that's a great real life example of their power. And along with that, it was also just a great day because the price broke above that purple line there, which I've been talking about as resistance. And not only did the price break above it, it just kept going and going and going. So overall, a very strong day here for AMC. And now moving forward, the near-term level of support, ideal level of support, ideal meaning, what would make this chart look the strongest going forward, is now going to be that purple line. Just a classic example of a resistance being broken. Now you'd want to see it act as support. Current value of that, let's call it at $28.50. As far as levels of resistance are concerned, current level now to keep a close eye on moving forward, going to be right up there at $30.50. So keep an eye on that. But overall, very, very impressive day. Next one, FTFT, and nice movement here. A bit of a pullback this afternoon, but some very well-established levels here moving forward, with the key level to watch now going to be right up there at $1.75. And $1.75, got to be a little careful. Why do I say that? Well, as history showed us, last time the price broke above 175, it made a nice little move and then just completely snapped to the downside. Now, am I saying that that's what's going to for sure happen again? Of course not. No guarantees. All I'm saying is that even if the price does break up through that level, you just got to remember this instant right here, and you want to be a little bit more cautious because this one does have a track record now of doing those, cruel fake breakouts. So just something, to keep in mind if the price does revisit $1.75 and break up through it. As far as levels of support are concerned, key level to watch if the price continues to pull back, going to be right there around $1.45. But overall, got to love the volume increase today. And going into Friday, just a question of can this volume remain strong and then potentially create the breakout? Let's see. Next one, SPCB, and an interesting pattern here and just kind of overall setup, because that opening 30 minutes, clearly just monster move, huge move. And then after that, spent the rest of the day just pulling back. But in me illustrating that pullback and then showing the momentum move right there, this would be known as a bull flag pattern. So if you like to play bull flags, and if you like this price range down below $1, then this is one that I would argue should definitely be on your watch list, especially when you look at the volume analysis standpoint, meaning during this pullback here, you match that up with the volume down there, and you can see volume has dropped off quite a bit. And as any, if you have even just a basic understanding of volume analysis, you know that when pullbacks are occurring during consolidation, you want to see volume drop off, and that is exactly what's happened here. So like I said, if you like bull flag patterns and you like, stocks that are down below $1, this one should be on the watch list. Next one, CTK, and very similar to the one I just talked about, which is why I wanted to put them in back-to-back locations here, because you have, once again, a movement that was very solid, but now you have this pullback here that's been occurring, and maybe you can see where I'm headed with all this. So once again, we have, say with me, a bull flag pattern, and once again, we have a one right below $1. So again, I'm not going to spend much time on this one just because you heard me just say it, but if you like this price range and you like bull flag patterns, then I definitely say get this one on your watch list. Next one here, LCID, and the main reason I'm doing this one, let me just get this green light out of here. It served its purpose for now, but like I said, my primary focus for doing this, and let me get this trend line in play right there, is that we now officially have a trend line break that's occurred earlier on in the day. And this is actually a relatively significant trend line. I mean, there are all sorts of data points where this trend line has just produced so many problem areas, but now the price is above it, which brings about the valid question of, okay, is this finally the start of something bigger? Now, in order to ask that question, you need something to first happen in the first place, right? It would make no sense to say, hey, is this the start of something bigger if nothing has even happened? But in this situation, something very significant has happened. Is the trend line has been broken. So is this, like I said, the start of a much bigger breakout? Is there going to be more continuation that happens? Time remains, and time will tell. And while there are no guarantees, again, it circles back to is it at least a plausible question to be thrown out there? It absolutely is. So LCID, very nice trend line break. So let's see if this is the start and some sort of leading indicator of even more upside momentum to come. Next one, DIDI, and I don't mean to state the obvious, but I will to build context. Very impressive move today. Big gap down, and then all of a sudden turn itself around, very nice bounce, which leads to the question of, okay, yeah, great bounce, but is this actually a truly strong bounce, or is this just some sort of dead cat bounce, meaning it's a fake bounce and the price is just going to roll back over? I have no idea, but quick forward way to, answer that question is, well, let's see if the price can make progress. Because think about that. If this is a truly strong move, well, then by definition, the price is going to continue to make progress. Now, that does bring up the problem of, okay, Clay, that's great. You're just saying make progress, but those are just words. But that's the power of charts, is they allow you to take words and phrases and make them very visual, make them, quantifiable. So when I say progress, I mean $5, because even if the price were to drop down there and bounce around, what would that still be giving you? Well, that'd still be giving you a set of lows there. You'd have that set of lows right there. You envision those as stair steps, and there you go. You'd still have stair steps making progress in the upwards direction. So in my mind, is this the start of something bigger? Is this a truly strong bounce? Let's see if it can make progress, and I'm defining progress as staying up above $5. So let's see what happens. Next one here, OCGN, and once again, I placed it very strategically so I don't waste your time talking about things that I've already talked about. So same exact premise, gap down, big move up, This is a very nice bounce. Is this a truly strong bounce? Well, let's see if it can make progress. So how are we going to define progress in this situation where I'm defining it right there at $4.50? In my mind, as long as the price stays above $4.50, you're going to have stair steps showing the upward sign of progress, and that's what we want. So again, out of respect for your time, no need to spend any further time with this one. You get the idea. Next one, TSLA Tesla. And this one continues to grind in between this channel. Although the interesting part of this channel and why I'm actually going to get rid of this channel is we have a new type of channel. And I've saying channel quite a bit, aren't I? So after today's price movement, essentially what we do have is a downward slope like that as far as resistance. And then when I bring this over here to supports, there's also a very well-defined area of support. So now we no longer have a sideways channel. We actually have a downsloping channel. So that's going to be the main pattern here that, in my opinion, sticks out like a sore thumb. I think a lot of people are going to be watching this pattern. And as I've said in past videos, when a lot of people are watching the same levels, watching the same patterns, and wondering the same things, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want. It can produce some very dynamic movements. And that's what we have here. So if the price is able to push up through that level, then no guarantees, but it's valid to think that that break right there could very well create that much more upside buying pressure. So watch that very closely. And then if the price does continue to drop down here, again, no guarantees, but given the track record that this trend line has now produced bounces 3 times before, could it bounce in at that level? Once again, no guarantees, but that's a more than valid thought to have. So overall, the sideways channel has now been converted into a downwards channel, so we'll see how Tesla continues to play out. So that wraps up the top 10. Again, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more about this tool and how to use it, how it should be used to build consistency as a trader, then definitely get signed up for this free live class that's being offered later on this evening. But again, if you're watching this and it's Friday and you've already missed it, or if it's just too last minute and you have something on your schedule already, then drop me an email, clay@claytrader.com, and I will send you an email of the recording after it's all completed. So I can't do it right away because it is live, so it's first got to get recorded. But then after that, when everything is uploaded, I would be happy to reply to your email with a link so you can see it, just in case you aren't able to attend this evening. So as far as these top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy this format, if you would like for me to continue to make these videos, then please help me out with some easy communication. Hit that like button and then leave a very basic comment. Say hi. Let me know what ticker symbol you traded today, what you're watching for tomorrow. But those two things go a long way in communicating to me that you enjoy this format. And as long as I know people are enjoying, then I have no problem at all continuing to put in the time and effort to make these videos. So again, get signed up for the class or just drop me an email. Hopefully I'll see you tonight. Everybody take care. Have a good one.